Yeah, I think so, darling. I think I heard it.
That newspaper boy would ever once not hit the front door. Oh, my God.
What? What is it?
How could they?
How could they what?
Oh, that's right. There was a guy with a camera there.
Oh, who is it?
Look at that picture.
Oh, no.
Look at him, the adoring father. And me just standing there.
Darling, I know how you felt.
Hmm? But, Mother, think about all those people who don't know how I hated seeing that.
Roger must have arranged for a camera to be there.
Oh, of course he did. And I didn't want to make a scene, so instead of grabbing her and running off, I just stood there.
Well, darling, you wanted to protect her. You didn't want to upset Christina.
And now this, after that interview with Adam defending his darling son. How does he do it?
Oh, Holly, please, dear.
Mother, don't you see? Roger is coming off as the doting father and loving son.
I didn't leave that door open. The affidavits. I left them in this drawer. Who the hell broke in here and stole them? No, I left them in that drawer. Diane.
2 affidavits. 2. Alan had to be involved. Oh, my God.
And now, the guiding light.
Doesn't make any sense.
Wesley's garage.
Oh, hello. This is Dr. McIntyre calling. I used to be Mrs. Dean Blackford.
Yeah?
I just received a bill from you.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be for storage of a car for 6 months, and I'm not storing a car with you.
Blackford. Yes, sure you do. Wesley's garage, 14 in Mission?
Well, yeah, I can see that on the envelope, but I've never been in your garage in my life.
Oh, Mrs. Blackford, I'm sorry. What's your other name? Dr.
Dr. McIntyre.
I took your address off the registration slip when I sent that,
Yes, yeah, well, I can see here that it was forwarded to me where I'm living now, but, I still don't understand.
I read in the paper about your husband passing away, so I figured I should send a bill to you.
Oh, I see this was for Dean?
Yeah, sure.
But what's it for?
Why, his car. He kept it here.
Well, I really don't understand that at all. It can't be. It couldn't be his car. I sold his car.
Well, not this one you didn't, because I can see it right here from where I'm standing. Mr. Blackford brought it here almost 6 months ago. Paid rent in advance, and it's been sitting here ever since.
Well, I really don't understand that. I had no idea.
Well, you can come and see for yourself, lady.
Yeah, I guess I better do that.
Anytime. We're open till midnight every day.
Okay, fine. I'll be there. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
There were some calls for you.
No more games, Diane. Fun's over.
Look, Roger, I have a lot of filing to do.
Where the hell are the affidavits?
I don't know anything about any affidavits.
You sure as hell do, because I told you.
All right, you told me. Frankly, I found it very hard to believe.
You found it easy enough to believe to break into my apartment and steal the copies.
Boy, you are crazy.
Oh? You really think I was dumb enough to leave my only copies in that drawer? There's plenty more where those came from.
Roger, am I supposed to be happy for you or what? What are you talking about?
I want those affidavits.
Look, Roger, there are certainly enough people who have been invited to your apartment. Enough people who know it very intimately.
Yes, and you're one of them.
Why don't you try thinking for a change? You know, somebody broke into your apartment before. Somebody even tried to kill you. So don't try to pin whatever this is on me.
It's possible.
What?
Forget it. Diane, you better not be lying to me about this. I know who wrecked my place before. Damn it. It's got to be the same person.
Oh, Ben.
Hi, Miss Ballard. Where's everybody?
Well, they're on their afternoon break, I guess. They usually go off together, you know. Camaraderie and all that. I'm on my break, too. You'd think I could think of someplace else to go.
Well, maybe you stick around here because you like to work.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't always, you know. I don't love it that much. I do have other things in my life.
Oh, that's good.
It's just one of those days. I'm just not myself. What's in that box?
Oh, some things I use in my artwork at home. I thought I'd do a better job here if I had some of my own equipment.
Oh, my goodness, you didn't have to do that.
Good jobs are hard to find. I'm out to impress you and everybody else.
Well, you already have. I'm not usually shaky like this. I hope you don't think that I am.
I don't think anything.
And I can assure you that you will not often find me just standing around like I'm lost or something.
No, I don't think that either.
Do you like it here?
Yeah. So far, so good.
Good. It's a good place to work. I've always enjoyed working here.
Well, working close to Alan Spaulding must be quite an experience.
Yes.
Got a lot of drive.
Yes, he does. Well, my break is over. I'm going to go back to work.
Some days it's hard.
Yes, it is. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Yes, Ann? Oh, Elizabeth, yeah, put her on. Hi.
Hi. Can you talk for a minute?
Sure.
Look, I've been considering what we talked about earlier. I've had some second thoughts.
About what?
Oh, you know about Alan.
You mean you don't want me to talk to Alan?
Mike, I should be the one. I should talk to him.
No.
Mike, it's because I left him he's doing all of this.
And because of that, he's just as likely to treat you the way he's always been treating you.
Well, that's not a problem. I can stand up to him now.
Well, this is my problem.
Mike, it isn't.
Look, Alan has been telling Philip all those lies about me, and if it's going to do any good at all to talk to Alan, it's got to be up to me to do it.
No. I'm going to see Alan later today. I'm taking Philip over there for his visit with him tonight. And I'm going to talk to him then.
Well, I'll see him before you do, and I'll talk to him about it, and then you can do what you want to.
All right, I will.
The situation with Philip has got to improve if you and I are going to be married. I just hate to think about it.
I love you, you know.
I love you, too. Where's Philip now?
Oh, he's asleep. He takes a nap. He tires easily. He's not fully recovered.
Yeah, but the only time you can call me is when he's asleep. I just got to get to Alan and get Alan to see what he's doing and hope he'll undo it somehow. I don't know how else I could ever convince Philip not to hate me.
I don't either.
So, I'll talk to you later. Bye, darling.
Good luck.
Thank you. Ann, would you get Alan Spaulding on the phone for me, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Alan, there's a call from Mike Bauer.
Oh?
Shall I tell him you're in a meeting?
No, that's all right. I'll take it.
Oh, all right. It's on line 2.
Yes?
Alan, I would like to see you today, if possible.
Would you?
It's important.
I can't imagine what we have to talk about.
There's one thing, that's Philip.
What about Philip?
Well, that's what we have to discuss, and I don't want to do it over the telephone.
I've got a very busy day today.
Look, I'll be at your office anytime you want. I'll do it at your convenience, all right?
All right. 3:30. I can see you then for about 5 minutes. Is that all right?
3:30. I'll be there.
Adam.
May I come in?
over to talk to you.
Yeah?
I imagine you've seen my statement in the paper.
Yes, we certainly did.
I'm trying to understand.
Can you?
Well, I guess you feel you have to stand up for your son.
Yes.
Well, I don't. I don't understand it.
I did what I had to do.
Did you have to come out and make a statement supporting Roger after all the horrible things he's done?
Oh, Barbara, please. He needed help. I mean, I had to do something. I had to make some statement supporting him.
That's not good enough.
Mother.
He's my son. He needed help. I wanted to help him.
In spite of everything?
I just couldn't let him down.
Adam, don't you realize that if Roger is found innocent, that gives him license to do anything he wants to hurt women? Do you know that he could come back in here and he could hurt Holly again? Do you want that to happen?
That won't happen. I don't believe that it will ever happen.
Don't you? When are you going to believe it? How many people does Roger have to hurt before you finally believe it?
As I told you, I have a very busy day, so if you have anything to say, I suggest you get on with it.
I'll make it as simple as I can.
Make it whatever you like, as long as you make it short.
You know, I want to marry Elizabeth.
So I've heard.
But I can't because of Philip. Now, we both know that you have prejudiced Philip against me.
And now look,
Look, if you're not going to acknowledge the obvious facts, it's going to be very difficult to have this conversation.
You might keep in mind that I'm not the one who requested this cozy little conversation in the first place.
Yeah, I know that, but you did agree to talk to me about Philip, and that's why I'm here.
All right. Let's face facts. The boy simply doesn't like you.
He doesn't like me since the custody hearing, and you started lying about me and trying to prejudice him against me.
I think what's obvious is that there's something wrong with you and the way you deal with children, and you're desperately trying to put the blame for your failure off on me. Well, I'm not having it.
Look, Alan, can you just forget for 1 second what you think about me? The important thing is Elizabeth and Philip's happiness.
Are you lecturing me?
No, I'm not. The point is, the way Philip feels about me is going to affect the way he grows up. If he is taught to hate me...
Now, look,
Would you let me finish, please? If he is taught to hate me, I'm not going to be able to marry Elizabeth, and he's going to be without a full-time father.
He'd have a full-time father if you hadn't taken him away from me.
I didn't take him away from you, Alan. The court took him away from you. Elizabeth and I would not be able to get married, and he wouldn't have a full-time father. And I'll tell you something else, and it might even be worse. For the rest of his life, he's going to have guilt feelings because he's going to know deep down that he cheated his mother out of having a happy marriage.
That's your opinion.
Look, I know that you must care for Philip, so can you just disregard me? We're concerned with his welfare, not me, not you, not Elizabeth.
Just what is it you want me to do? I assume there's a point to all of this.
Yes. I want you to talk to Philip. I want you to tell him I'm not going to hurt his mother, I'm not going to hurt him, and for him to judge me on his own merit, on my own merit. Will you do that?
There's no way I'm going to tell Philip that because I don't believe it for 1 minute. I think it would be a disaster for Philip if you were to marry Elizabeth, and for her, too.
Can you just forget about the way you feel about me for 1 minute? And just try to undo some of the damage that's already been done to Philip?
It's 3:35. Your 5 minutes are up.
Rita, I've got to talk to you.
Roger, you said everything. I'm going to listen to you long ago.
I didn't say I wanted to talk to you. I said I've got to talk to you, and you better listen.
In 2 minutes, I am assisting Dr. Jackson.
In 2 minutes, I am going to make a scene. I am going to make such a scene that Cedars and your questionable reputation, Mrs. Bauer, will never recover.
You wouldn't.
Try me.
You're in enough trouble already.
When?
I don't know.
I want to know just when you're going to be through with whatever you're doing.
I told you I don't know.
Take a guess.
All right, I'll be back as soon as I can.
When?
Oh, in a half an hour.
Fine.
But I can't tell, you know. You may have to wait.
Oh, I'll wait. You just make sure you get back here.
You understand, Mrs. Blackwood, when I read about your husband, I figured somebody would be around to take care of the car, and then the bill was due.
Oh, it's perfectly understandable, Mr. Marsh. It's just that I simply don't know anything about it.
Oh, here she is.
I don't know what to say.
I guess he never told you about it, huh?
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's his name and address on the registration slip, all right.
Does it run?
Oh, sure. The battery hasn't been disconnected, so that's probably run down. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just been sitting there.
Well, it looks perfectly fine. It's just that
Oh, it's in good shape as far as I know. Except for a dent in one fender.
A dent?
Yeah, it isn't much. But you can have that fixed up with a couple of bucks and, you have a car that's practically new.
Well, of course, the thing is, I already have a car.
Well, it's a shame to have this car just sitting around here without anyone using it. Yeah, somebody ought to do something with it.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody ought to.
Hi, Doctor. Nice to see you.
Afternoon, Mrs. Bauer. I guess you didn't see me.
Oh, I saw you.
You weren't going to speak to me?
No, I wasn't.
Not very courteous of you.
Well, you seem very involved in your own thoughts.
Ah. Yes, I was. Very involved in my own thoughts. May I? Thank you. Well, would you like to know what I was thinking?
I really don't care.
Oh, I think you would care if you knew. I think you would care very much. I have an appointment here with a relative of yours, Rita Bauer. Off so soon?
Yes.
Mrs. Bauer. It is only natural for you to stand behind your family. I understand that. I respect it. You seem, however, to have a specific hatred of me. Now, what have I ever done personally to hurt you?
If you don't know, I really can't tell you.
Who is it? Who is it?
Adam.
Adam. Come in.
May I come in?
Yes, of course.
I wanted to see you, sir.
I was just getting some things together to take to the cleaners. Have you had lunch?
Yes, I have. I also had a drink. As a matter of fact, I had several drinks.
You did?
Yeah, well, I figured it was just the thing I needed, Sarah, after you came to my office and lectured me.
Oh, Adam, I didn't mean...
Oh, that's all right, Sarah. That's all right. I mean, what are friends for if not to point out some imperfections once in a while?
Oh, you're making me feel just awful.
Well, I don't want to do that, Sarah. I feel terrible enough for the two of us.
Did something else happen?
Yes, yes. I saw Roger.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, that's why I decided to have a nice stiff drink with my lunch. Do you know why I came here to see you?
No, why?
Because of what you said. No, that's all right. That's all right, Sarah. There's no problem. I've been thinking about it. You said I was wrong.
Perhaps I shouldn't have said that. I mean, it was your decision, and it really was none of my business.
Yes, it was my decision, and I'm going to stand by it now that I've thought about it.
You don't have to explain.
Don't worry, I'm not. There's no explanation, Sarah. Just a question.
A question?
Yeah. Now, suppose the situation were exactly the same. And it wasn't Roger, but it was TJ.
TJ's just a boy.
Oh, well, I mean after he's grown up. After 10 years, say. Suppose TJ got into some kind of trouble.
Adam, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, let's say after 10 years, TJ robbed a bank.
Well, that's ridiculous.
And you found out about it. Now, would you stand behind TJ like I did? Or would you turn your back on him? Let's just extend it a little bit further, Sarah. Now, if TJ robbed a bank and you found out about it, if you're going to condemn him, then wouldn't it hold that you'd turn him in yourself?
But that's hardly the same thing.
Why? Why the hell isn't it? Just see, I've got a son. I love Roger, and I don't give a damn what you think about him. I love him.
I know you do.
Well, isn't there some kind of obligation there, Sarah? To stand behind someone you love if they need you.
Adam.
Oh. I couldn't let Roger down. Not when he needed me. I just couldn't do it.
Rita. River. I don't think you want to go in there.
Why?
Roger's in there.
Yeah, I know.
He said he was waiting for you.
Unfortunately.
Rita, he said he had an appointment with you.
Well, not exactly. He wants to talk to me.
But why?
I don't know. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand him at all. I just hate him.
Well, then don't go in. Go on back to the nurse's station. He'll go away eventually.
Bert, he won't go away. He'll just follow me. He's already threatened to make a scene. I just wish Ed wasn't out of town.
Yeah, it would help if he could handle it.
Well, he isn't, so.
Rita, why don't you just not go in? Simply refuse to talk to him.
Bert, he's so unpredictable. There's no telling what he'll do. I mean, he's already talked to Ed. He said things to him that have hurt him.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that because Ed knows Roger for what he is.
Yeah, but he also knows, and so do you, that Roger and I were close when we were in Texas together.
That's all past.
Do you believe that, really, Bert? Because it is past. There is nothing between Roger and me anymore. I can't stand him.
Rita, my dear, there isn't a question in my mind. I've seen how happy you've made it.
I hope so.
Why can't you just turn your back on Roger?
Well, Bert, there is nothing I'd rather do more, but he just goes from bad to worse, doesn't he?
I hate to say this about anybody, but he always was it was always very hard to like Roger. Oh, Rita, I really don't think it's wise for you to talk to him, dear.
Maybe not, but I'll be all right.
Are you sure?
Yes. But, Bert, I have to.
Will you be careful?
Oh, sure. I mean, you know, it's a public place. There are people all around. What could he do? I mean, I'll be perfectly safe.
Alan.
Well, where's Philip? Don't tell me you didn't bring him with you.
He's in the outer office.
Why?
Because I have to speak with you alone for a moment.
About Philip, I suppose.
Yes, it very much concerns Philip.
Something about his health?
No, he's all right. Well, he's not completely recovered.
Well, that's hardly to be expected so soon. I mean, after all, he's been through quite an ordeal. But, he'll be all right with me. He always is.
Yes, well, he does need sleep. Please have him back by 8:30.
8:30 it is.
Well, you're cooperative. I'm glad.
Well, of course I'm cooperative. Haven't I always been cooperative? Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Now, what is it you wanted to say to me?
Alan, it's very important, and it concerns the attitude you've instilled in Philip toward Mike.
And you're about to say that it's my fault and that I've been brainwashing the boy. That's the refrain I've been hearing
Oh,
lately.
now don't. Don't tell me you haven't been filling his head with stories about Mike.
That's funny. Your friend Mike was here a little earlier saying exactly the same thing.
Well, then you know how important it is to Mike and to me. But, Alan, most importantly to Philip. Look, can't you understand what this could mean to his future? Can't we please, for once in our lives, put aside all this petty quarreling?
Elizabeth, this is my time with Philip.
Yes?
Since you want me to bring him back to you in so short a time, I'd appreciate seeing him now.
Yes. All right.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, son.
I just finished reading a magazine about computers.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know, I'm thinking of building a factory near Hong Kong to build computers. Let's say we go on an inspection trip there one of these days.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'm sure we can work it out with your mom when the time comes.
Could we, Mom?
Alan,
I don't think you should bother your mother with that now. She's got a lot on her mind. How you feeling?
Okay.
Just okay?
Well, I guess so.
Got your appetite back?
Yep.
And you're feeling stronger?
Yeah. This morning, Mom and I went for a walk in the park.
Oh.
And last night, I was visiting Joey.
Oh, that's nice. Have you had any other visitors?
Oh, sure. Jimmy came over.
Good. Anyone I might know?
No, I don't think so. Mr. Bauer doesn't come around anymore.
Doesn't he?
No. I told Mom I didn't want to see him anymore.
Oh, that's good. That's the way it should be.
Sit down.
Look, Roger, I can't stay long. I've got to get back.
I said, sit down. Now. I didn't think you were going to show up.
I said I would.
You've said a lot of things. You've promised a lot of things.
I said I would be here, and I am. Now, what do you want?
I want my property back.
What?
My papers, I want them back.
What in the world are you talking about?
Do I have to spell it out for you?
Yeah, I guess you better.
All right. You stole some documents from me. I want them back.
Stole?
Come on, damn it. Don't play dumb with me.
Well, Roger, maybe you ought to try to make some sense.
All right. You broke into my apartment again, and you stole some documents, and I want them back.
You are crazy.
You've got no right to burglarize my apartment.
You must really be getting desperate, you know, to make accusations like this.
You listen to me. Those documents are very important to me. I want them back.
You listen to me. I wouldn't go into your apartment to see the Queen of England. I don't want anything of yours.
You broke in once before.
Roger, get it straight. I don't want anything that belongs to you.
You better not be lying to me, Rita.
Roger, I don't have to do that. That's your game. I'll tell you this, though. I think the pressure's getting to you. I think you know the jury's going to find you guilty. You're going to get what you deserve, Roger, finally. I gotta admire Holly for that. You should have been stopped a long time ago, but you will be now. You're going to be stopped, and I am so glad.
This has been The Guiding Light. rations provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, and Barney's. Stay tuned for MASH on most of these CBS stations. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of The Guiding Light.